In a small village surrounded by misty mountains and ancient pine trees lived an elderly man named Liang. At 78, he was the village's quiet but steady presence, a living testament to the passage of time. Though many of his peers had slowed down or left the earthly plane, Liang continued to embody a rare vitality that intrigued those around him. He wasn't just surviving, he was thriving. One brisk autumn morning, Liang awoke before dawn, as he always did. The sky was just beginning to turn a soft indigo, the first hints of light brushing against the peaks. He stretched his limbs, feeling each joint loosen, each muscle awaken with a familiar ease. Stretching was the first thing he did every day. His movements were deliberate and mindful, honed over decades of practice. The villagers often spoke of how Liang's flexibility set him apart. Even in his late 70s, he could bend forward effortlessly, his fingertips grazing the floor without a hint of strain. This first quiet sign, maintaining flexibility and range of motion, was a testament to a body still in harmony with itself. After his stretches, Liang stepped outside to begin his morning walk. The path wound through fields and past a murmuring stream. His steps were brisk but measured, his posture upright. Neighbors would see him passing, a steady figure wrapped in a simple linen robe. It was his daily ritual, and it revealed another rarity among his age group, his balance and stability. While many in their 70s and 80s struggled with unsteadiness, Liang's stride remained sure. He would pause sometimes, standing on one leg with ease as he greeted a passerby. Balance, he knew, was more than physical. It was a reflection of inner focus. As he returned home, Liang prepared a simple breakfast: steamed buns, a bit of fish, some greens from his garden. His hands moved deftly, strong and sure, as he sliced vegetables and poured tea. The act of preparing his own meals was something many his age could no longer manage. But for Liang, it was essential. His grip was firm, his fine motor skills precise. He thought of his old friend Ming, who once told him, "If you can still hold chopsticks at 70, you're a master of life." Liang smiled to himself, appreciating the truth in those words. Later that morning, Liang visited the local square, where a group of villagers gathered to practice Tai Chi. Though some of his peers preferred to sit and watch, Liang flowed gracefully through the movements, his breath synchronized with each deliberate step and turn. His lungs expanded with each inhalation, his stamina surprising even the younger participants. Completing a full Tai Chi sequence without pause or fatigue was his fourth rare trait, a sign of robust cardiovascular health and enduring energy. As the sun climbed higher, Liang returned home and settled into his study. His mind was as sharp as ever, absorbing a new book he had borrowed from the village library, a collection of philosophical essays by Shi Heng. Liang enjoyed pondering the deeper meanings within the text, challenging his thoughts and reflecting on his own life. Retaining cognitive sharpness at his age was the fifth marker of his rare vitality. Many of his friends complained of forgetfulness or confusion, but Liang's mind was as clear and curious as ever. Later that afternoon, a neighbor knocked at his door, needing help to move some heavy crates from a delivery truck. Without hesitation, Liang donned his jacket and assisted. He lifted each crate with care, but with evident strength, surprising even the younger men who struggled with the same task. His muscular strength was no accident. It was the result of years of disciplined practice and a life lived actively. This ability to lift and carry objects was his sixth indicator of exceptional resilience for his age. As dusk approached, Liang tended to his garden. He crouched low to pull weeds, stood tall to prune branches, and carried watering cans back and forth without effort. Gardening was not merely a chore. It was his connection to the natural world and a source of nourishment for both body and spirit. The physical agility required to garden, squatting, kneeling, bending, was his seventh testament to a rare and enduring physical capacity. Finally, as evening settled over the village and the first stars appeared in the darkening sky, Liang sat cross-legged on his veranda. He breathed deeply, his eyes closed in meditation. The quiet hum of insects and the soft rustle of leaves accompanied his thoughts. This was his nightly ritual, a moment of inner stillness and gratitude. His capacity to sit comfortably on the floor, without discomfort or the need for assistance, was his eighth rare trait, one that many seniors could not maintain. It spoke not just of physical ability, but of a lifelong practice of mindfulness and connection between body and mind. As the lanterns flickered in the distance and the moon cast its silver glow, Liang felt a profound sense of peace. He knew that the years behind him were not merely a passage of time, but a testament to choices made each day. Choices to move, to breathe deeply, to engage with the world, and to nurture both body and spirit. In the days that followed, villagers continued to marvel at Liang's quiet strength. They would whisper to one another about his rare vitality, noting how he could still stretch with grace, balance like a mountain goat, cook with dexterity, walk with stamina, think with clarity, lift with strength, garden with agility, and sit in meditation without strain. In their eyes, he wasn't just an old man. He was a living example of resilience, a rare gem that sparkled quietly in the heart of their village. And so, under the watchful gaze of the mountains and the endless sky, Liang continued his days, not in defiance of age, but in harmonious embrace of life's rhythms. Each movement, each breath, each act of mindful living was a quiet statement. Aging was not an end, but a deepening into the essence of being.